Hello everyone, Lou here. I've just finished a lovely day of 2 dog walks and I've come down to a place called the Spinneys, which is sort of a bird sanctuary. It's just a beach, but it has the most amazing birds that arrive. And I've just had my half an hour of sitting time. About to go out for a walk with Buddy, last walk before we go home. And I was just thinking about having been, I'm always amused by people who worry about me being on my own. I'm 68 and I've had 2 long-term relationships that were very, very unconscious attractions, because I hadn't learned about what I've told you about before, that first 7-year download in a young child's mind where your parents basically teach you how to survive in life. And my download was a bit faulty in the area of relationships and what I thought I had to do in order to be acceptable in a relationship. And I didn't actually attract with any clarity. It was very unconscious, my choices, and I stayed trying to make it work, trying to do more and more and more. I've learnt a lot. I've been on my own for 14 years. And it's been such an incredible journey. I've had 4 children. They're all grown up now. I've always been surrounded by people. I've still got amazing friendships of a sort that I could never have in my marriages, or my marriage and then my second relationship, because my partners weren't particularly sociable people, and I really am. I love my friendships. And so it always amuses me when people try to actually hitch me up with somebody or feel sorry for me, and often they're not in very good relationships when they're doing that. They're not in a relationship that I'd want to be in, but they're still feeling sorry for me that I'm not. And I don't rule out ever the possibility of meeting a like-minded soul, but definitely not of the sort where we're stuck in roles where a woman does this, a man does that, and you're sort of trading different jobs in order to get along, and there's no real depth of discovery. If that happened, that would be amazing, but it's not my to-do list, and it's not an end goal, because I'm just discovering so much about myself that I could never have discovered if I was in relationship. And I'd just say to anybody who's thinking of being in a relationship, whether you've been with a partner or been bereaved or whatever, spend a year on your own. It's just the most incredible learning curve. It's just the most amazing experience if you embrace it and you're not wishing that you were somewhere else, but if you fully are present, you can learn so much about yourself, and I still love it. I'm 14 years in and I still am not tempted by any of the relationships I see, or I don't want that kind of relationship. I still love going home when I want to. It's a freedom that is just something I've never experienced until being on my own. Going home when I want to, thinking about what I want to eat when I get there, or staying out until as late as I like, reading what I want. I make a little flask of boiling water and I sometimes wake up at 4 o'clock and I just read and make a cup of tea in bed. And I'm just my own human, finding out who I am, exploring. And there's so much still yet to explore. And yes, if somebody else felt the same way, that would be great. But it's definitely not the end of the world. If you're unhappy, or if you're about to start into a new relationship, do spend some time on your own. Spend as much time as you can on your own and discover who you are. Okay, we're off for our last walk, and then I might have another cup of tea before I go back. And I might just sit a bit longer because I can, and it's just so wonderful. Look at that scenery. And a very tired dog from his walks. Coming for a walk, buddy? Want another walkies? He's not desperately worried about it. Sending you love.